Hey guys, welcome to episode number 32. So I was going to take a little break and come back and play another episode or two, but I'm honestly really excited to begin this next quest, so let's keep pressing forward and see how this goes. That did not end well.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontlebottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. God help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit.
I love this guy.
I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow.
So, first of all, if his voice sounds familiar, yes, that is actually John Cleese. Had a little bit of a cameo role in this title, which is kind of cool, because it's not really a major title, so the fact that he would do that is pretty awesome. But I guess it was a decent game at the time, or decent in terms of how it sold. I think it was like the game of the year for, I don't know, IGN or somebody. But yeah, it's really cool that everybody you meet here is from the Jade Empire, except this guy. He's not only from a distant land, he's from a very distant land, like Marco Polo distant. And he is obviously here to educate us poor, uncivilized folk in the Jade Empire, even though in many ways we are obviously more civilized than wherever he's from, which is, of course, an analog of medieval Europe. But he does have a very big gun. I will give him that. Sir, your arrogance is astounding. We are a cultured people.
Oh, what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. Ah, you look quick with your fists, but I'll wager your head falls behind. Too much time slapping each other, and not enough time strapped to a desk in a decent classroom. The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can.
So kind of you.
You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this?
I suppose it is nothing compared to his mustache and his facial hair. I don't know if I ever noticed this. I like that his armor has a fork with cheese on it. Like, what kind of a knight was he? It's just an interesting character design, and obviously very, very out of place. You blind yourself with prejudice. I can prove you wrong.
Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments.
He reminds me a little bit of Nigel Thornberry, too. You guys remember that show, The Wild Thornberries? I haven't thought of that show in years. Yeah, that's a throwback. But for whatever reason, I guess a vaguely British person traveling into distant lands. So I'm actually glad I have my intuition skill very high, because I think that's what's going to really win us in this contest of philosophies. Argument. What kind of a contest are you looking for?
I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say.
Yeah, I guess
Can
we
you
are speaking our
convince me
language.
Otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner.
Well, at least he's kind enough to allow the use of impartial judges. Though it's hard to really find impartial judges here, because obviously the judges are all from the Jade Empire. But I suppose as long as he selects the judges, but he has to select them from my people, that's actually a pretty fair balance. It's like when you cut a cookie or a pizza or something in half, and you do the cutting, but your friend chooses the half. That's like the best way to make sure you cut as equally as possible. What else was I going to say about him and the language? Oh, while he was making fun of our lack of poetic structure, I'm sure the Jade Empire has its own poetry. You might have even heard one or two already. That's an interesting thought, too, that I guess all cultures have their own poems. Like, poetry seems to be a fairly universal thing. Not that I've really studied poetry in general, let alone poetry from other cultures, but something I assume that is pretty ubiquitous around the world. Very well, I will agree to this. Who shall judge?
Whoever you wish. These 5 standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I don't know. A couple people, such as that guy, don't appear too damn
I heard
skinny.
you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered.
So, maybe this is not going to be just a matter of intuition. I think there are certain arguments that do better with certain judges. It's kind of like a puzzle game. But I feel like there is going to be some intuition use as well, so we'll just have to see. I trust you will judge fairly?
To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. If he wants a true debate, we will allow it to progress fairly.
I can support that.
Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire.
What kind of arguments do you favor?
I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others. Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details, and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against.
Doesn't mention the other two, though. So what strategy would you recommend I take?
The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor.
It's like persuasive writing
If a
101.
judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all.
It's starting to get complicated. Alright, I am ready for the debate.
I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
So do I get to talk to the other judges? He already mentioned 2 of them. The Outlander, prepare for the debate. So that was that guy, the Minister of Culture. He's the one that I think I talked to earlier.
Ah, so you are the one who will debate the Outlander. I am the 5th of your 5 judges.
He's a scholar not wearing orange. Interesting. What kind of arguments do you favor?
Are you implying that I am predisposed to be weak in certain areas? I can't accept that. Some of my fellows, however, are another story. Scholars Zhao and Kai are easy to predict. Dismissing a weak argument gets their attention immediately and will spur them one way or another.
I feel like I should write this down, but I don't know that I really care enough to do so. What strategy can you offer?
Try not to dig a hole you can't get out of. If you can't get everyone to agree with you, just focus on getting as many as you can. Remember, you need a majority of judges on your side at the end of 6 topics.
The Outlander has very few supporters.
He doesn't seem that interested in gathering any. He's clearly used to imposing his opinion regardless of the recipient's desire to have it. His points are debatable, but his presentation is not compatible with the garden. Yes, make certain you are ready. The Outlander will be a challenging opponent.
All right. I'm glad at least some of the judges are women, because I've noticed so far all the scholars and philosophers we talked to are all men. But apparently there are some women scholars here. Are they all scholars? Yeah. No philosophers to be found.
I greet you. My name is Scholar Kai, and I will be the fourth of 5 judges for the debate. I suggest you don't mess it up.
Appreciate the advice. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I am always impartial, but some of my fellows are easy to goad into decisions if you know their tastes. The minister is particularly fond of confrontational arguments. Respond in a rage and you are sure to engage him.
I guess engage means like switch his side? What strategy can you offer?
Some arguments may win a judge's favor while turning another away. Vary your topics so that you don't end up manipulating the same judges over and over.
Even more complicated. Do you share the minister's disdain for the Outlander?
He is an insult to our accomplishments as a people. If you fail in the debate, at least take him to task physically. I don't care where he came from. Anything to get him on his way. The Outlander uses flawed logic. Don't allow him to taint this forum of culture and intellect.
I shall do my best. Is the minister, I guess, one of the 5? Yeah. So these must be 2 and 3.
Greetings to you. I am Scholar Hang, and I will be serving as the second of 5 judges for the debate. I look forward to honorable discourse.
What kind of arguments do you favor?
I'm sure the others agree that my tastes are balanced. The minister, however, is easily engaged by sympathetic pleas, as are scholars Zhao and Gu. I find their appreciation of such fawning to be distasteful, but that is one of the arguments they prefer.
So they definitely seem to be setting this up as a puzzle, but I hope it's not a super complicated one, and not like a super strict one. And from what I recall, it's not. But maybe I remember wrong because I put more thought into it in the past. We shall see. What strategy can you offer?
Try to choose your arguments in a sequence that eventually turns everyone in your favor. Don't worry about losing a vote on a single topic.
So I suppose there is like a ideal path to get all 5 judges on your side. And you probably get, I hope, extra XP for doing that. If I really cared enough and if it wasn't already after midnight, I would probably take the time and do that. But I think I'm probably just going to kind of wing it. And as long as I get 3 of the 5, I should still win. Why do you dislike the Outlander?
I don't dislike him. I find some of his points to be worth discussing, but Sir Roderick is a bit disruptive for the garden.
It's a kind way to put it.
He may bring attention that we do not want. It would be best to peacefully encourage him to be on his way.
Yeah, that's the minister's concern as well. He might bring down the Lotus Assassins upon them all, especially if he starts insulting them, and they are unable to tackle the problem on their own.
Good luck against the Outlander. He is a tenacious speaker.
Well, she is certainly diplomatic. All right, last one, Scholar Zhao.
Oh, this is exciting. I've never been asked to jury a debate before, and now I'm the 3rd of your 5 judges. My name is Scholar Zhao.
I used to really enjoy watching debates a couple years ago. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I haven't given it much thought. I pictured myself as balanced, but some of the others are very specific in their tastes. Actually, you can sway Scholars Kai and Gu by mocking your opponent. I don't care for it, but they seem to respond quite vigorously.
Seems that each scholar might have like 2 things that they respond to as well. And again, I think respond just means like a toggle, so they change favor. Yeah, I'm interested to see if our persuasive abilities, our intuition, is going to play a role at all. What strategy do you offer?
I've argued in this group of scholars many times before. We are so used to each other that we will change opinions just to further the debate. Don't worry so much about what you are saying when you respond. Just concentrate on how you say it.
So I'm not sure this little mini-game really gives me a great impression of these scholars, if they're just changing their preference for the sake of it. They don't really make good judges either, but maybe it's like a cultural thing here in the Empire. Regardless, though, it does at least make for an entertaining minigame. Do you share the minister's dislike of the Outlander?
He is coarser than the thinkers I am used to, but on the whole I am not as upset by him as others appear to be. He seems bent on disruptive behavior. He should be encouraged to take that elsewhere.
That's the goal. Alright, I should get ready.
Good luck. This should be an interesting debate.
I agree, and I hope you guys think so as well. Oh, I can talk to his aide, too. Percival.
Meh. It's a living.
Alright, he's a lot less talkative than the others.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's
a pony?
declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you?
Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm not going to say this, though, because that opens myself up to be exploited. What kind of change are you planning?
I just want to make sure that this is more entertaining than simply blathering about whose walls are higher or whose philosophers really know what's what. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner.
Sounds fun to me.
By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed?
So maybe that's the incentive to do all 5, is you can end it before the end. My only concern is getting to, like, the second to last round with 4 of the 5, and then saying something stupid and losing 2 of those 4. But let's see how it goes. I shall endeavor to enlighten you, friend.
I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior.
This must have been a lot of fun for him to record. And I'm sure the staff for the game enjoyed it as well.
My first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
Alright, so there's not the typical intuition, intimidation, and charm, but there are different things instead. And at least they do tell you what they are. So we could be sympathetic, mocking, dismissive, factual, or raging. And I think each of these influences 2 of them. I don't know if they're in any real order, but I'm going to kind of learn this as I go. So let's just see what I think is the best actual argument here. Raging is just not even an argument. This is kind of my thought. If we use it for statues, will we even have enough to use for everything? So let's go with factual. Scarcity proves gold should be reserved for higher purposes.
Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic.
So those 2 like factual.
I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters.
Don't you assume the same?
How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
So there must be, I didn't pay too much attention when I was talking before, but there must be a something that only, yeah, I think the minister himself only likes a certain thing. Because otherwise, if it was always a change of 2 every time, like I would put hers down and his up, or these 2 would change. I would think that either way I can't get 5 just by changing 2 at a time. And, alright, let's try mocking. We know outsiders are uncivilized. Look at you. Now let me look at the other ones first. See, if I do factual again, these 2 are just going to put their arms right down, so I definitely don't want to do that. It'd be nice if I could get, I know I'm going on and on again, if I could get, like, him up, her down, and then her up, him down, and then do both these two again. That would be like almost a guaranteed victory. Yeah, let's go with this. We know outsiders are uncivilized. Look at you.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet.
So that's those two then.
Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here.
His musket. So I think I could actually win this pretty easily by just... If I just go back and forth and do, like, factual for the third one, factual for the fourth. Like, if I do factual for all of them, I'll end the sixth round with 4 in my favor. But I don't want... That'd be, like, too easy. Yeah, actually, I think this is actually the best answer. So let's go with factual, which I assume is going to make them put their 2 arms down, but whatever. At close range, the advantage you claim to have disappears.
Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behaviors they produce. Dragons, spirits, and even talk of unresting dead. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant superstitious yammering of your peasants even has me seeing it.
About to say, you can't really deny the palace floating
And how
above
the
us.
bloody hell would you get a moat up there? It's ridiculous, I say.
Your moat is the sky. Actually, I think I remember raging being a minister-only thing. So I could probably do one more factual and one more raging and then have an auto-win. I'm a little hesitant to do that, though, just because I want to see all 6 questions. I want to actually finish this debate. So, wait, these 2 are the mocking ones, weren't they? I think so. Let's go with dismissive, just to see who puts what up. You see what you want. We know what is real.
Well, you are clearly
Those
in the
two.
minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I say that you don't seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy to be productive. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of foolish superstitions about the dead walking around.
Oh, there's a philosophy for you. So how many questions? That was 3? I put those 2 up. Yeah, I think that was 3. So if I kind of like do a repeat, that should kind of get me back where I was. But could I win? That's what I really want, is to win. Again, I think I could probably do it in 5 rounds. I don't know if I could do it on the 6th. That would be perfect if I could get all 5 of their arms up in the air on the 6th one. But I don't want to miss a question. Yeah, let's go sympathetic. Perhaps you don't understand the plight of the poor. That's probably going to put these 2 put their arms down. But I still have 2 questions, so I should still be okay.
Well, you are clearly in the
Oh,
minority,
his goes up,
but
though.
I can spare no quarter. To the next topic.
I think I can do this now.
This will be the final
Oh,
topic.
or not.
If you don't have a majority at the end of this round, you will have to admit that I have outdone you. A simple criticism, your ridiculous clothes. Not a decently puffed pair of trousers to be seen. I ask you, what have you done on the pantaloon front?
The pantaloon front. So I
And
could
why do you remain so clean when any sane man knows the only way to keep devils of the dark at bay is to be brash and to carry the air of the earth?
Not a good way to get girls, though.
Bathing is bad for the humours as well. Do you people know nothing of maintaining your bile?
So I could have sworn this was only the 5th question, but I guess he's right, because didn't I... My first question, I put these 2 guys up. Then I did these 2. Then I switched out, like, him for her, I think. That was the 3rd one. And then the 4th one, those 2 put their arms down, he put his arm up. So isn't this the 5th question? He says it's the last, though, so I guess not. You guys can go back and count if you want to. But basically, I need to get 2 of these 4 to put their hands up, and him not to change. So, let's see. I think factual is just these two. I remember from before. I think actually Devil will be fine too. Let's go with this one. I think it's also a good... Oh, Mocking is pretty good too, though. That's kind of what I said before. So let's go with it. I don't think he minds Mocking. Devils, friends, family, I wager you keep them all away.
Well, it would seem that a majority of your fellows have decided your arguments were more persuasive. I expected no less. I could not expect a fair contest in the heart of your city. I was a fool to think otherwise.
Of course, won't admit he
I
lost,
seek
just like they said.
satisfaction. You have bested me in debate, but true honor is decided on the dueling field.
All right, so again, if that had been one more question, I would have had all 5 of them, and at the last question, that would have been exciting. I really think it's 5 questions. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it really was 6, and they just flew by. But whatever. He is armed with explosives, and from what I recall, Mirabelle is like not quite a one-shot, but pretty close to it, which makes sense. I mean, you're getting shot with a giant gun, and I don't know if you can block it or not. I kind of want to try, but I also don't know that my character does not have a lot of body points. If that is your wish, I will meet you in combat.
The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight.
Oh, don't worry, I won't pull any
Frankly, I don't
punches.
know what you people are capable of.
You're about to find out. I will return when I am
Quickly
ready.
now, Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontlebottom, the magnificent bastard, is not one to let a duel grow stale on the vine.
I love his expressions. All right, so we did get some XP for that. Again, I hope it will be more if you actually got all 5, but whatever. I do want to save the game, though, because in case I underestimate Mirabelle.
I have no doubt that you will take this outlander to task in combat. Give him...
A great victory in the debate. A win in combat would be a fine way to finish.
That's the plan.
You are the first person in this Scholar's Garden that has made any sense to me.
Well, thank you. I do kind of hope that we don't actually kill him. I don't remember if we do or not, but I hope he actually just gets up and leaves. Or better yet, I hope we have a choice.
You won the debate against the Outlander. I hope you teach him a lesson in combat as well.
It's funny, too, because the Outlander is a term they use in SWTOR now for your character. You're the Outlander. And I think they use it in Morrowind as well. I'm pretty sure that's what they call your character, because, again, you are an Outlander. Different company for that one, of course.
A masterful use of intellect. If you beat the Outlander in combat, you will shame him totally.
Let's do it. The mysterious East. Scholars know little about the culture that lies across the glass ocean. The tribes of that land have a sizable amount of gold and a near insatiable demand for silk and spices. They also seem to be able to manufacture metals to an astounding degree, though perhaps not in as sophisticated a manner as our master tradesmen. Still, something on the other side of the glass ocean bears investigation. Unfortunately, few trade fleets have ever successfully made the passage, and those trade caravans that do pass follow a circuitous route through unenlightened peoples hostile to the Jade Empire. So if this was real life, that would probably be Japan, or maybe the Koreas, but this is a fantasy world, so I'm not really sure what it's referring to. I just wanted to read that, because we'll probably come back here, but just in case we don't. I am all healed up. Oh, another thing that, another reason I'm glad that we waited is because I want to make sure I have the right gems. This one will keep, but I would like my +6 spirit for one thing. I would already have that one. Body and mind. I'm pretty sure I had some better ones. Spirit +3. I do want that. These are all good. This is +3, +6, +2. Mind +2 and intuition. I guess that's the one I was using before. You know what? Let's go with the warrior gem though, just because I want to make sure I survive a hit from Mirabelle. So I'm going to buff up on that a bit. And in fact, do I have another body gem? That one does body and mind. I do not. Let's do the one that's body and mind. Alright, just because I don't think a couple points in chi or focus will make that much of a difference, but health very well may. I should probably save again just to be sure. And does the minister have anything to say yet? Maybe after I beat him.
Your debate with the Outlander showed great understanding and intelligence. I hope you are equally proficient at combat.
Oh, I think I'm even more proficient.
If you can beat him in combat, he will have to acknowledge that he is no match for the best of the Jade Empire.
I don't think my character would mind, but let's see what he says anyway. Is it fair that I face him? He is armed with explosives.
If we want to prove our worth to him, we must face him on his terms, as stilted as they may be. Personal combat takes many forms. If that is the weapon that defines him, who are we to say he should not use it?
Yeah, I think it's fair. Weapons are a representation of our civilizations.
Of course, I suggest that you use every advantage you have as well.
Like magic. I certainly will. That's something he does not have. Like I said in the debate too, the musket makes him very weak at short range. He's not a martial artist like our people tend to be. Is there a reward for facing him?
The Jade Empire values all those who stand up in the face of adversity. The Ministry of Culture will reward you, I promise.
I like they have a whole ministry devoted to culture. But it makes sense, because, I mean, there's plays and arts and books and philosophy. There's a lot of stuff the culture could cover.
I'm sure it will be a spectacular battle. Good luck.
All right, let's do it.
Ah, there you are. Well, are we ready for this duel, or are you going to slink away again?
Hey, I do not slink. You'll be slinking away once this is done and I'm finished with you. Let's begin.
What? Good! Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows.
So I do wonder, is Mirabelle only strong attacks?
I envy you. You're about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world.
So it kind of makes sense that you can't really
There will
block
be
a
pain as well,
bullet.
but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
I think the bullets that thing fires are like small cannonballs. Alright, let's try. Yeah, he's doing a strong attack, so I'm going to dodge it. I do want to see what it does. Yeah, I think they're all strong attacks. I wish I had a shield or something. Let's take one just to see what it's like. That's what it does. Alright. Let's heal up a bit. Is he healing as well? Oh, Jesus. Dodge. Crap. Alright, so he won the first round.
Your concept of honor is outdated too. Finish a dog when he's
I guess he
down.
kills you. I'm kind of disappointed for losing that, but at the same time, I think intentionally taking that first shot. I know I'm making an excuse, but I really do think taking that first shot threw me off, and then
Percival, a towel.
and then it was hard to come back from that. But all right, let's do it this time. I already talked to that guy. I don't think it really did anything though. Yes, let's begin. Alright, here we go. Oh, what? Gotta get some range. What? Try to get out of him here. So I think I just need to keep on the... Oh. Alright, so this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. I think I need to beat him quickly. Apparently very quickly. So does he have... He must have a regular attack and a strong attack. Because the thing is, too, I was used to... And this is my mistake, but I was assuming he was only going to use strong attacks.
A towel.
In which case I was waiting for it, and it never came. So let's see if he does have, actually, strong and regular attacks that I can block. I remember this being a tough fight, but honestly I'm kind of surprised I'm doing so poorly. Alright, I'm going to try to dodge as soon as it begins. Alright. That's a strong attack, which I can dodge. No, I apparently can't. Strong attack. Dodge. Okay. Need to get some space here. Didn't dodge that. Alright. Okay, he's petrified. Doesn't really help me at all, though. Alright, whatever. Never mind.
Your concept of...
So even on normal mode, this is actually a very tough fight. And I still haven't determined yet. I guess he can fire regular attacks and strong attacks.
Percival, a towel.
And it seems like his regular attacks are not dodge. It's like the spirits I fought are not dodgeable, but the strong attacks are. But you can block the weak attacks. It's just hard to tell which one he's doing.
Ah!
Alright, we're gonna start by blocking. Okay. Strong attack. Okay, now our turn. Okay, he's petrified. My trouble is too, I keep trying to heal after I get hit, or get more chi back, but that's clearly not a good strategy. Or at least getting chi back is not a good strategy. Okay, I just need to stay in attack mode. That seems to be the key to this. Keep him from being able to launch an attack, which he can do pretty quickly.
Your
Alright, so we've already lost this guy like 4 times now.
Percival, a towel.
It's a fun fight, though. It is something very different than any other fight in the game. And I mean, you are fighting a guy with a gun, so it makes sense that it would be tough. Okay. And dodge. I swore I dodged that. Okay, let's line of sight him here. Now he's on fire. See, it's his quick attacks. I swear I was blocking that. This I can't block. So you must either have to dodge at just the right time, or you have to dodge twice to be out of range of the cannonball. Because I keep dodging away from where he starts, where he's aiming when he starts his animation, and it still hits me.
Percival, a towel.
So 6 times the charm, or 5th time, whatever. I think it's 6th time. Oh, now I'm stuck again. Alright, so I think I'm just going to say I'm not going to bother experimenting, not going to bother trying to freeze him with magic. I'm just going to... See, I really want to actually beat him using all my abilities, though, and using magic. Alright, let's stay behind this thing, because he'll blow it up instead of me. No, he can shoot over it. Okay. Learn something new every day. So I'm just going to keep dodging. And I'm stuck in something. So once I lose this much health, I'm already pretty much a goner. Can you... Maybe you can't block it at all? Is that a thing? That's a strong attack, so obviously I can't block that. And now I'm on fire. Great. Hey, I died from fire. See, now I want to know if I can or cannot block this, because if I can't block it, that would explain why I've been doing so poorly.
Percival, a towel.
Come on. Reload game. You know, that's something I could do too. I haven't used yet. It's focus mode. In fact, maybe I will do that. But first I want to just experiment and see if I can block this or not. That's a strong attack, so obviously I can't. Alright, so I did manage to dodge that. Strong attack again. So I can dodge that. Strong attack again. Strong attack. Maybe he's just really smart and knows not to use a regular attack when I'm blocking. So he keeps doing strong attacks. I could have sworn that some of the ones he doesn't do that whole charge up for. Like that, right there. That was a normal attack. That's a power attack, obviously. Come on, do a normal attack. See, he's just really smart and has a good AI. That's part of this. And that was... Let's see. Yeah, he also aims really well too. So I think he does have a weak attack and a strong attack. But I think the character is just programmed to be smart enough not to ever use the weak attack anytime you block. Even when he's about to use it and I block, he seems to stop and begin the strong attack. Which is why I can't ever get a successful block. And maybe that makes sense too. They might have programmed it that way because blocking even a weak cannonball doesn't make a lot of sense. Alright, so strategy this time is going to be to use magic, to use focus mode. I should probably remember what focus mode is. Not R. Q? Q changes targets. Sorry. Or F. I think it's F for focus. It is. Alright, used a little bit there. Alright, this should be easy with focus mode enabled. But I don't want to use it to start. See, right there. Did he really charge up an attack? During the cutscene, maybe? I didn't dodge at the right time there. And there he goes, restarting it again. And that was... I have to restart. I'm just going to load it. I'm not even going to wait. Because once you make that much mistakes, you just run out of chi and can't do anything. Alright, I apologize this is taking so long. I honestly did not expect him to be quite that tough of an opponent. But I'm determined to beat him, so let's go. And I am getting better at the fight. This is how a real boss battle should be. And dodge. Alright, dodge at the right time. Okay, he's petrified. I'm on fire now. Oh, saw that coming. Dodge that. Come on. Yes, there we go. So I could go into focus mode again, but I think just dodging him and being on the constant attack mode is really the way to beat him. Alright, that felt good. I did use focus mode a bit there, but I really think I could have beaten him even without it.
That was a fine display of skill.
And it's not cheating, it's part of my technique.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick, within the rules you specified.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you.
How to see an apothecary.
I suppose I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you.
At least he admits it.
Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny.
Then again, he did beat me like 6 times, so I really can't talk too much crap at him. Technically, if this was like a real thing, he would have won. And I can see why nobody could beat this guy and why they're invaders easily conquering enemy civilizations. When you have muskets, it's pretty hard to beat them. You'd have to do what I did, essentially, and get enough experience fighting somebody to know their weaknesses. And obviously, to somebody who gets killed the first time, and it's not a video game, they don't have that luxury. But I do like how Bioware really plays up that advantage he has and makes it feel like you really are overpowered by this weapon. It was not your day, Sir Roderick.
Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or not, you've earned a reward from me. The unsuccessful combatant in a duel must arrange a worthy gift for the victor.
Competent.
I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
I love their names, too. That would be an interesting expansion or something to travel to his land. So you could actually ask him for his weapon, and you can get Mirabelle. It is a weapon style. It is very powerful. As you can tell, it's just like the one he has. It does cost a lot of focus, but you can, I think, upgrade it to actually not cost that much. It's also weak at close range, but from what I recall, it's still pretty OP. So we're not going to be doing that because Not really for that reason alone, that that's definitely part of it, but mainly because it just doesn't fit the aesthetic of the game, and I don't want to be doing a Let's Play with a giant musket. So I don't know. So I guess you can get a permanent upgrade or a gem. I don't know what gem he gives you, but I feel like whatever he gives you, it can't be that good. And of course, it uses up a slot. So I'd rather have, I guess, a technique, which is probably going to be what the other three are. So I am interested in improving, or I'm concerned with spiritual matters. Yeah, let's improve my magic. Can always use more chi.
You lot are always on about your spirit. Well, we have a saying: to balance the soul, equalize pressure. I will share knowledge of trepanation.
Don't even know what that is.
The skull is the soul's prison.
Oh.
Drill to set it free. Not too deep, mind you. If there's more on the bore than in the skull, you'll cut your vocabulary in short order.
Wow. So I asked him to drill into my head.
Right.
Great.
Percival, fluff my travelling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
Kind of a shame I don't get the opportunity to kill him. Not that I would, but like he obviously kills you if you win, so you just have to abide by your honor, I guess. All right, so let's see what the manual of trepidation is. Techniques or trepanation +3 spirit. So it's barely anything, but hey, it's a free reward for doing the quest, and this guy might have an additional reward.
A well-fought victory against that outlander buffoon. You showed that he could not best us in battle, mentally or physically. We are all in your debt, but the Ministry of Culture is particularly so. Please take this token sum of silver as payment. You certainly earned it.
Token. Yeah, again, my character normally would not be the greedy type, but against the Empire, yeah, every bit of silver helps the cause. Certainly I deserve more than this. Unfortunately, I don't have my gems equipped, so this might not go well.
I control a very limited treasury. To give any more would call attention to what has happened here.
I assume that intuition is still the best. My performance was a valuable lesson. What is such experience worth against future invaders?
A very good point.
Still enough.
Here, take this. I should know not to barter with a master debater. Do you disagree? I've never seen such a cunning linguist.
I have to go with my tongue.
It is money well spent. Compensation because my own diction came up short.
Yeah, I get why he's laughing. But, is that the Percival? No, the servant G.
Your actions must have brought too much sense to the world. The minister seems to be charged with returning balance.
I guess Percival liked his job enough to stick with Baron von Fogbottom or whatever his name is. Alright, well, I think that is about it for this episode. It ended up being a really long one, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that quest as much as I thought you would. Oh, we didn't read this yet. Oh, I don't have my thing equipped. Crap, whatever. The long drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Wow. Then Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Through the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched land, and stability was restored. And not as much XP as I would like, but whatever. We do at least still have a level up in the next episode. So that did go on longer than I thought. It is technically Monday morning at this point. I do have work in the morning. So I faced the typical Sunday night dilemma where I woke up late because it was the weekend, so I slept in. And I was especially tired from my vacation, so I slept in quite a bit. So I'm not tired now and probably won't be for a while yet. So do I play another episode and stay up later than I should? Do I try to get to sleep and not be tired for work tomorrow? Who knows what I decide. Honestly, I'll probably call it a night, at least as far as Jade Empire goes. Maybe I'll watch some TV or something. But if not, I'll see you soon. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an excellent night, and I will see you later on this week. Take care.